Hey, Picks and Parlay family, it's me, Detroit Lenny, here with another episode of Bet Win Repeat daily show here where we talk everything sports related and then some. Today is April 20th, 420. For those of you that know, now you know. If you don't know, you will know. I mean, it's everywhere. If you're in a legal state or anywhere around, you should know. But got to tell everybody about our sponsors too. Caesar Sportsbook, risk-free bet up to $1,250. Win or lose, you also get 1,000 reward credits, 1,000 tier credit points. All you got to do is sign up. Links in the description of the video below. That'll get you all the said stuff that I mentioned. What else? We're going to do a contest update. Got to tell everybody, don't forget, like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Never miss an episode of the Bet Win Repeat. No parlay parties, any of that. Also, if you're into contests, this is where you go. Facebook.com /groups/picks and parlay contest. That's the contest page. Weekly contest, monthly contest going on. Weekly contest starts every Monday. You pick until you lose, basically. I'm going to bring in the who's left in the contest page right now, who's still in here. Put that like that. There we go. This is your contest update. Weekly contest for $100. We had about 70-ish people join on Monday, and we're down to 4 people. Baseball kind of kicked everyone's butt Monday and Tuesday a little bit. So we're down to 4 people. Brian Gillihan, the captain, Brian Gillihan, James Boyer, Thomas Savato, and Alex Fox. So the 4 of them are competing for that $100. They've been going all week. So if you're looking for just a play and you don't feel like handicapping, one of these guys might be one of their plays you might like because they're on a streak. They're on a little bit of a roll there. Other than that, that's all I got. I'm going to have Jesse Schulz and Terry Edelman are going to join us, talk a little everything sports related, and it's 420. So I'm going to put actually real quick in the chat. I'm going to bring Jesse Schulz in real quick, and Jesse Schulz is going to just hold for applause, everybody. There you go. Go. What's happening, my man? It's not you and Nick Earl. It's just you. So I can take care of that. If you're looking for Jesse Schulz, follow him on Twitter at Jesse Schulz. He posts some stuff, not to mention just plays. It's a pretty funny dude over there on that Twitter thing. How's it going? Follow him for steak updates too, by the way. Always.
It's going all right, Lenny. It's 420, I guess. I didn't even know that until I opened up Twitter this morning because Thailand's a different kind of vibe, although it's now legal here in Thailand. So, it's all over the place. I don't participate in enjoying the devil's lettuce, though, myself. I'm more of a Cabernet Sauvignon kind of guy. Oh, you're fancy. So my favorite 420 snack is these guys.
That's fair. I don't mind. Listen, the devil's lettuce is the devil's lettuce. To each their own. I'm not one to judge. You get it where you get it. It is what it is. It's legal where I live in Las Vegas, so I will be partaking today as soon as festivities are done. Breaking Vegas says good morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you're watching from. Yeah, for me, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. For Jesse, what was it, like midnight there?
Yeah, it's 5 minutes after midnight.
Yeah, see? So I'm going to put a poll in the chat here. Favorite munchie 420 munchie / snack. I don't know, cupcakes, some options, candy, I don't know, chips. What do we got? Other, I guess we can do other. And our oatmeal cookies. That's mine. I'm just telling you right now. Mine right here.
Cookies.
This is my jam right here. This will be the death of me, folks. When Detroit Lenny moves on to the other side of the Rainbow Bridge, this will be the reason why. These little thin oatmeal cookies This is it. I can diet.
And what's in the middle there, Lenny? It looks like you got some
filling, just a little
marshmallow or something.
Yeah, it's like a little oatmeal cookie and like a little cream soft filling. It's so good.
Oh,
It's so good. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
What about pork rinds? Pork rinds are good.
My dad, my uncles, talk with my mouth full. I'm sorry. My dad, my uncles used to eat pork rinds and play cribbage. I don't know if anybody knows what cribbage is. It's a little card game, and there's little pieces that you move along the board. It's an old game, but they would sit outside barbecues in the summer and stuff like that on those old metal lawn chairs, that just were itching to give somebody tuberculosis or something like that. But you sat in those and you just they just would play cribbage and drink Pabst Blue Ribbon. That's what
15 for 2, 31 for 2. I played my fair share. I played my fair share of cribbage.
Yeah, I don't know the whole back and forth, like the scoring part of it, but it was good times. But they would eat pork rinds, and I used to steal them. So as a kid, we always got the bottom of the bags, after your dad and uncle ate that stuff. But you eat olives too. Those are good little snacks. See, today I got it all set up. Pork rinds are a good thing, but pork rinds remind me of being a 10-year-old boy. And so I want to eat pork rinds on a hot day watching a baseball game. You know what I mean? To me, it's like a hot dog and a beer for a baseball game. Like people, they're synonymous together. I don't know if I'm saying that word right.
Well, here in Thailand, Lenny, it's a hot day every day. So
there you go. You like yourself pork rinds. I'm more of a pretzel guy. If we're talking about snacks out of a bag, pretzel sticks, pretzels. I love myself some pretzels. What I don't, I'm not a big chip guy though. I'll eat some barbecue chips, but I'm not a real big chip guy. There's a place called Better Made Chips. It's in Detroit, Michigan. They make chips that's and I had them sent in from Detroit here off their website. I can buy 50 bags for $25, and they're just a little snack, personal individual bags. Kids love that stuff. I can't get enough of it. Tim breaking down pretzels with queso. Okay, Tim, I'm not partaking in the devil's lettuce yet, but when I do, that sounds like a combination of something I would eat. I got it all set up. A couple buddies of mine are coming over. In my garage is my man cave. I got a little TV. We're gonna watch some baseball. I brought the air fryer out. I got my little a little portable George Foreman grill outside. So I'm not coming in the house after we're done working here. I'm going outside and watching baseball, laying in the hammock.
Are you deep frying turkeys over there in Detroit, Lenny?
I'm not frying no turkeys today. But
you've deep fried a turkey in your day.
I have deep fried a turkey or two in my life, and
you know what? I'm not even sure if it's legal to deep fry turkeys in Canada.
Is that?
I don't know any. I don't know any Canadians that deep fry turkeys. We'll have to ask Terry Edelman about that. But
Terry will be on shortly. He's going to be that's the Canadian connection between. I know you're originally from Canada, now in Thailand, but see, now I started eating this cookie. I can't stop. I'll eat a whole box if you let me. Don't have to go to the munchies. It's kind of what's closest and easiest at the moment, which could range from a bag of chips to 3-course barbecue. That man, I felt that one right there. It's what do we have available in arm's length? That's what I'm going to eat if I'm partaking in 420. Tim, you're just a fat kid that likes chocolate chip cookies, Tim. We all know that. Canada isn't a real country. That's Tim. Jesse, talk to me a little bit about the NBA. Let's talk about the NBA. There was some crazy madness. I don't want to say madness happened, but there's some injuries that have affected some people. I made some money on the Grizzlies last night, fading Ja Morant being out. And speaking of Tim Earl and his craziness about Canada and pretzels and queso, he tells me all the time, fade the injury report. Is that something we should look forward throughout the whole playoffs?
No, Tim and I rarely agree, to be honest with you. Tim and I are definitely different characters, but Tim's onto something with fade the injury report. I had a similar take on the Milwaukee game with Giannis being out. The line dropped. They were -9, and all of a sudden they're -5, 5.5.
Right.
And I thought the Bucks were going to be in good shape with or without him. Sure enough, they were. Same as the Grizzlies. So I mean, anybody who was backing the Dogs because the star players weren't playing got roughed up last night. And congratulations to Tim, because I know that he likes to bet that way. He likes to fade the injury report, and that's one of the very few things that I would agree with Tim on.
Nobody agrees with Tim on everything. Let's just be clear. Mostly not at all. But it's because it's Tim, and he's our Tim, though. Nobody else can make fun of him but us because he's ours. Tonight's NBA, are the Warriors just dead in the water? No Draymond here for Game 3. Do they step up in replacement? Is this a fire under Golden State's ass? Did they get just lit and they're like, oh my God, now? And we've seen this out of them. Though they can flip a switch and be night and day, Jekyll and Hyde.
They were down 3-1 against Portland a few years back. I remember they won the championship that year, I believe.
Right.
They were 33-8 at home during the regular season. They've won 11 of their last 12 home playoff games straight up. Draymond's out. Steve Kerr's there. Guy named Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Wiggins, Poole, Kuminga. I mean, I don't know. Most people out there probably can't name the starting five for Sacramento. If you want to start talking star power and something like that. I don't know. I know Tim loves the Kings here.
Yeah.
I actually think I'm gonna go to an old stat. Since 2007, Lenny, teams that are down 0-2 returning home to play Game 3 are 79, 47, and 9 against the spread in the first half. So the desperate home team trying to get back into the series has been a very good play against the spread for the first half. I like Golden State to start the game well at the very least.
That's fair. I actually like, I'm going to say that, hopefully I say this right. I like the Kings plus the points. I think Golden State wins the game. I don't think they blow anybody out. I think they squeak out this win. But I don't think they win the series by any means. It's the Kings win the series, in my opinion. But I think the Warriors take the game today. I think it's a close game. So I'll take the 5.5, 6 points I can get with the Kings, but I don't necessarily know if I wouldn't even sprinkle the money line. That's where I'm at. So that's kind of like where I'm at as far as that goes. What about the other two NBA games? How you looking there? You got anything? Any free plays?
Well, that same stat applies to Brooklyn as well.
Yeah,
they're down 0-2. And I've talked about this on a few other shows, but I just don't think Philly has any respect for Brooklyn. I think Philly thinks Brooklyn's a joke, and fair enough. I mean, the series is a mismatch, but Brooklyn got off to a great start in Game 2 in Philly, and then Philly was able to come back and win and cover.
right.
And I expect to see that same thing again in Game 3 here. Brooklyn at home. If there's any chance of them extending this series and making it a gentleman's sweep instead of a sweep,
Right.
they got to get off to a good start. So I think playing Brooklyn for the first half or even the first quarter is a good play here.
I don't hate that. The Suns and Clippers, I don't know if it's just me, but I don't have any interest in that game. Or that.
I'm all about the Clippers, my man.
Okay.
All about it. I mean, the Suns just don't have a bench, and I spoke about this on shows before the series started. They just don't have anything on the bench, and it's killing them so far. They shot 58.5% from the field in Game 2. It was a close game for the majority of the game, and then they sort of pulled away late. I wasn't convinced. The Clippers went into Phoenix, got the split. Now they're back home. Kawhi's he scored 70 in 2 games.
Yeah.
Westbrook even had a good game too. Wasn't really Westbrook's fault that they didn't win game 2.
Right.
Yeah, no, I think the Suns are a disaster waiting to happen. You got a 39-year-old Chris Paul who seems to get injured in every playoffs, has his problems with the officials and this and that, and you got KD who's he always seems to find a way to get himself into trouble as well, whether through injury or whatever else. So, I think the lack of depth is going to haunt the Suns. My money will be on the Clippers here.
I don't hate that at all. I like the Clippers, especially a home dog. You know what I mean? I'll take them as in a series that's tied. Give me the points at home. I take the Kings with the points, and I don't know. Let's bring Terry Edelman in here. Give you a little backup on your Canadian. Terry, you can't be in the middle though. So USA is in the middle. USA.
I take it Terry is a Minnesota Wild fan.
No.
Let's start off. I got a question for him right out of the gate. Terry,
great.
Why the hell did they start Marc-Andre Fleury?
Yeah, you're about the 100th person to ask me that.
Yeah, right.
No, I've definitely heard a lot.
I mean, were they waving the white flag in game 2? They were trying to throw them a bone or what?
They've been doing it all season long where they've been switching goalies. I think Everson wanted to give Gustafsson a break after game 1.
51 shots. I did see he faced 51 shots in game 1.
He could have played and he should have played. That's my opinion.
But he stopped 50 of them. So you ride the hot goaltender in the playoffs. I mean, that my entire playoff betting strategy is basically riding the hot goaltender.
Yeah.
I mean, that's playoff betting 101, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but he said before the playoffs started that he was going to rotate. Both goalies were going to play. That's what the Wild did in 2003 when they actually made it past the first round. Obviously, they have made it past the first round a couple times since then, but.
Well, I think I think he had a strategy. He announced his strategy. It's got him all regular season. I agree, though. You got a hot goalie, ride that goalie. That's our opinion.
When's the last time somebody platooned into the Stanley Cup final and won a cup? I mean, can you name it, Terry? I'm just saying off the top of my head, I can't think of a team that's actually even made it to the finals, platooning goaltenders like that.
Contrary,
I think he just wanted to try something different.
This is not
and also
Jesse Schulz player 20 years ago. I'm sorry. It's not me and Jesse Schulz. This is Cheech and Chong's mugshots. I just wanted to make sure everybody didn't confuse us for me and Jesse Schulz about in the 70s. Go ahead, Terry.
Yeah. I totally forgot what I was going to say. Thanks, Lenny. But,
it's 420. Terry's starting without us.
No, it's your fault, Lenny. No, it wasn't a good game. Starting Fleury was whatever decision. I think you're partly right in that Dean probably knew that the Wild were going to have a tough game here. The Stars were going to come out, and they did, and took it to the Wild. So it wasn't just Fleury's fault,
right?
But I think what yesterday did do is it's going to be Gustafsson's net going forward.
I think that's
a little Fleury getting back in, unless Gustafsson is hurt,
right? Because
that's another thing that's been said is that Fleury may have started yesterday because Gustafsson may have got hurt and may have been playing hurt in overtime. So none of that stuff's going to be.
It's okay. It's the Wild on Friday.
It's not going to be public knowledge.
Right.
If Gustafsson's hurt, they're going to keep that hush hush.
They're going to keep that close to the vest. What about tonight? We got 4 premium matchups tonight. I know we're on the opposite side of the Kraken and the Avs because we did a free pick on that yesterday. But I was shocked about how the Jets played the Knights. Game 1, I look for the Knights to kind of bounce back and rectify that series. Do you agree on that, Terry Edelman, or how do you feel about that?
That's the one series. That's the one game I'm not really touching. I want Vegas to win. I'm not a fan of Winnipeg, which shouldn't really surprise anybody. being that they hurt Kaprizov down the stretch. So Kaprizov was hurt because of Winnipeg Jet, but and they're a division rival. But I would like to see Vegas win, but that's not a game I'm interested in. But
I got
think
things to say
dog-
about that game.
Yeah, what you got?
Connor Hellebuck, the goaltender for the Winnipeg Jets, has been outstanding in the playoffs throughout his career. His record, 17-19, doesn't sound all that sexy, really. I mean, it's a losing record.
Right.
Goals against average, 2.42, pretty solid. What stands out to me is the save percentage, 921, which would have been good enough for fourth in the NHL this season. Certainly an elite save percentage in the playoffs for Hellebuck. Of course, he's got like a decade of experience. He's, a ton of playoff starts under his belt. And the goaltender for the Golden Knights is the antithesis of that. Not a lot of playoff experience, not a lot of stats to back himself up. And this appears to be the beginning of what I might say is where you run into a hot goalie. You might be the better team, but you run into a hot goalie and now you're in trouble. And I kind of think the Knights might be in trouble here.
I don't hate that. I actually don't. I don't believe that. I understand what you're saying. I don't believe that they're in trouble. I think that they maybe underestimated Winnipeg and how far this series will go, but I think it goes 6 games anyway, to be honest with you. But I like the Knights. I like some chalk today. I ain't gonna lie. I'm on the Devils, I'm on the Avs, and I'm on the Knights. I'm on the Devils and the Avs in regulation, though. Terry likes the Kraken. He gave out free play. Watch the free play. Go hit the thumbs up. Spoiler alert. He gave out the Kraken.
Yes, and I have not bet the Kraken yet, and I'm still waiting because it was plus 188 yesterday. It's now plus 200.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to sit here and wait till game time and probably get a plus 220 or something like that crazy.
I like
For me, and I wanted to touch.
I'm also on the Kraken, by the way.
Everybody's on
Nice.
And what I said about the game is if the price was reasonable, I'd probably take the Avs. But, you see the Avs get dominated in game one. Again, with the goaltenders, Grubauer was far superior. And Grubauer does have the playoff prowess when you compare it to Georgiev. Basically been a backup his entire career in New York. He's only got a couple playoff starts under his belt. He does not have a single playoff win under his belt, Georgiev. And and now the Avs are a bigger favorite in game 2 than they were in game 1. I mean, for me, there's no way I could play. As much as I think Colorado probably plays a much better game, probably wins. I'm probably going to be on the puck line with Seattle just to hang in there and keep it close.
That's fair.
I'm going to play it differently. I'm taking the Avalanche in the first period. You can get the minus a half at plus 135. I did that with Edmonton yesterday. I think Colorado is going to come out and be like, we're the Stanley Cup champs. We're going to beat you, and they're going to have a great first period.
20 shots on goal in the first period kind of thing.
Yeah. And I think they can have a lead after the first period, but I'm still sticking with Kraken full game. And what I wanted to mention about Vegas too is what I didn't say. There's a few teams that are 0-1, or in Seattle's case 1-0, that were very good road teams in the regular season. New Jersey, Vegas, Seattle. 3 road teams I want to back on the road, and that's how I'm going to play it in the playoffs. I'm going to continue on with that. Devils, I'm not backing them at home, but I'll back them on the road.
I like the
Seattle.
draw.
I'm backing again because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Vegas, I'll back them on the road when they go to Winnipeg.
Yeah, for sure. I like the draw in the Rangers Devils games. You have an opinion about that at all?
I went without game 1. I said I was going to play it. I was intending on playing it every game of the series, but
I hit a draw yesterday at plus 300. I hit 2 the other day. I like my draws. Overtime hockey. That Kings game went to overtime, game 1. That was nice. That kind of backdoored me into a draw at the end. That was really nice. I like my draws. You can get some good value on this. Tate says, are goalies considered to be hot or more like glaciers cold because immovable and solid? Just thinking metaphorical. Like Tate's already started on the devil's lettuce, and that's how he's got to this right here. Tate, you're not wrong.
It is a valid point, though.
You're not wrong.
It is. Yeah, it's not.
I mean,
horrible.
So I don't want a hot goalie. I want a glacier. I want a goalie that'll sink the Titanic.
You want a goalie named the Iceman.
Yeah, exactly. Jesse, the Iceman Schulz. Jesse, we're going to need you in net. The Red Wings are probably going to need you next year in net. Until we can get Sebastian Coso off the thing. Let's talk baseball. Everybody likes baseball. What do we got going on in the MLB? Terry, we'll start with you since you were second on the show. What do you got today in the MLB that you like? You can give us a free play, Terry, because that's why we're here. We're here to suck all the information out of you for as little as possible. Go ahead.
Well, I'm not going to go with the pick. The free play I did a free pick video for, which is the San Diego Arizona game, because that's up on Picks and Parlays up on the YouTube, so you can see that video. I'll choose a different game. The Phillies. I'm on the Phillies on the run line. It's not really much to say. They're hitting the ball really well right now. They're at home here against Colorado, who they have their times where they have wins, obviously, but they're a team that I want to fade. Feltner's a pitcher I want to fade. I'm taking Philadelphia by 2. I think you could take them -2.5 or -3.5.
The Rockies are in bad shape.
I think this is a smash spot for the Phillies.
Yeah, that's fair. What about you, Jesse? How are you liking the baseball today?
I didn't like today's card, to be honest, but I agree with Terry there. I did have a look at the Phillies. I didn't like the price, obviously, but definitely the pitcher going for Colorado, Fentner. He's so bad. I'm not even going to pay him enough respect to pronounce his name correctly. He's a definite fade. So, yeah, I think first 5 run line would be not bad, getting that -0.5, laying a little bit of chalk there. Over the team total in the first half maybe is another way to look at it. I think Philly will rough this guy up in the first 5 innings of play.
I'll tell you what, Terry, I'm on your Twins today. It's the early game, but I'm on.
Hey now. They're not my Twins.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're a Blue Jays fan. I forgot Minnesota. That's right. My bad. Well, I'm not on your Blue Jays today, and I hope they enjoy their day off.
Me too, because they have a good series against the Yankees coming.
Small.
Where you at, Terry?
Hamilton.
Nice.
Yeah. If you're wondering why I'm a Wild fan, everybody asks me. I can't explain it. I can't.
Are you a big CFL guy?
Not really. I do enjoy betting the CFL. I'm obviously new to it. But I really liked backing BC last year. But now that they lost
until the quarterback got hurt, you mean?
Yeah. And I still back them a little bit afterwards at times. But yeah, once Rourke got hurt and then he signed with Jacksonville. So now he's their backup or third quarterback. I don't know why he did that, because you're not going to play on Jacksonville unless Trevor Lawrence gets hurt.
Hard to blame him though if you get any chance to get into an NFL situation, locker room. Who knows what can happen. And I mean, you look at how he played for BC last. I put it this way. You say that, Terry, but then we've seen guys like Jeff Garcia, Warren Moon, Doug Flutie, right? So we've seen there is the blueprint for going from even Sean Salisbury, who is a much lesser player than the previous ones I mentioned, but still went on to have an actual NFL career, I believe, after the CFL.
100%.
I wanted him to sign with the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little salty that he chose Jacksonville over the Vikings.
Well, I mean,
I'll be honest.
Kirk Cousins, though, that's the guy for you. I mean, he's the messiah. I mean,
apparently there's talks about Trey Lance trade with San Francisco. I don't know.
I tell you what, man, I love Kirk Cousins as a MSU, as a Spartan quarterback in college. Loved him. But I don't see a whole lot of people liking him as a quarterback in the NFL, like teammate-wise. I don't think he gets a whole lot of love from teammates. And that's a problem that organization. Like, you need a leader, and if nobody is willing to follow you because you're a douchebag, then that's a problem. You want the
Is
most
Trey Lance a D-bag? Is that the
I've heard a lot about when he was in Washington, and I followed my Spartans, and Draymond Green suspended and all that in the NBA, but it's a Michigan State Spartan for you. So I'm secretly a Draymond fan. Like, kick that guy's ass. Like, I had in bad boy era, man, we would have laughed at that. But now he's suspended. It is what it is. But watching Kirk Cousins, that's what I hear around the NFL, and not like I got my ear in NFL locker rooms. I don't want to make that sound like that, but
it's Cousins. It's a D-bag.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins is a D-bag.
No, you know what I think that is, Lenny? I think it's a different. I think he's. I
loved him.
It's a difference in philosophy. It's like he's religious. So I mean, I guess you could say that's a D-bag, but I think it's more
a D-bag because of the religious aspect, and to each their own. If you're religious, or if you believe a certain thing or feel a certain way, like, that's your right. And you do that. I have a problem with somebody.
I think there's he's got a lot of political opinions that are going to rub people the wrong way.
Exactly. I don't think it's that. For me, it was the, you like that? That's douchebag mentality right there.
Really? I love that.
Oh, I
love that.
So I loved it if he was on my team, but because he's not on my team, I'm like, so I'm the guy that I love Draymond. If he's on my team, I don't want I hate Draymond. Like, Ndamukong Suh would be my great reference for this.
I mean, the thing about Cousins, though, is you look at what he's done in his career, the yards he's thrown for, the touchdowns, the game. I mean, he's got some incredible stats, and he gets just completely shit on all the time. Like, he's always, he's not good enough. He's a bum. Nobody hypes up Kirk Cousins, really. I mean, he's like, and the media doesn't like him. I think a lot of that is to do with politics. He's not the kind of guy that the media wants 100%. To promote. So he's getting crapped on. They're saying he ain't shit, and then he goes and wins a game with Washington that year, and he says, "You like that?" So I respect the fight in him for that.
I get it. I get the like, in your face media, kind of thing. Like, it was his version of bam right there, media.
Well, not only that, wasn't it with like a real underdog Redskins team that wasn't supposed to win the game?
Yeah, it's just now he's a Viking, and the Lions play against him twice a year, and they own his ass. So we just like to dog him out. We do. We whoop his ass. We do.
Anyways, I'll change the subject here. Yes, I have multiple jerseys, so usually the two, I switch them up sometimes, but I have multiple jerseys, so sometimes I'll take one down and wear it, but usually I just have them on the wall.
Yeah, he's that's fair. I don't know. Kirk Cousins is what it is, but speaking of the NFL, though, how do we feel about Jalen Hurts' contract? I mean, I understand. So I heard somebody break this down. I wish I could give him credit. He was on the Steve Cofield show, ESPN in Las Vegas. I don't know who said this, but I was listening to it sometime in the car or whatever, and he said, "You know why Jalen Hurts took his money is because Jalen Hurts was not a top. He's not like a Joe Burrow draft pick. Joe Burrow got more money in the draft. So I don't want to how he said I'm not going to do it justice how he said it, but what he's saying is Jalen Hurts, because of where he was drafted, doesn't get as much upfront money and draft. Their rookie contracts are set depending on where they are drafted, bonus money, all that shit. So if you get drafted number 1, you make more than the guy drafted number 35. Okay, you just do. Now Jalen Hurts, drafted later in the draft, doesn't have that Lamar Jackson, that Joe Burrow money that he can wait and renegotiate his contract. Not that he's broke. Okay, he's not out here hustling flowers off the side of the freeway or anything like that. But he wants that big contract. So for him to take that this is the best case scenario, the roundabout.
Well, I mean, who wouldn't take it though? I mean, they paid him an awful lot of money.
the
I mean,
highest
it's
paid
not like
player.
it's
in
not like he signed for peanuts, and now
what
he's
you're
got to
saying
live.
is the
Now he's
Lamar
got to live
factor.
up to that. And how many guys that sign these big contracts actually live up? Like, if you just take the top 25 contracts over the last 5 years, how many of them look good now? Probably what, 4 or 5 of them? Pat Mahomes would be one. I mean, there certainly Kansas City is happy to have Patrick Mahomes. I don't think, obviously Baltimore is not happy with Lamar because they don't even know if they're going to keep
The whole point of that conversation was like, what does this do for Lamar and the Ravens? And I think this helps Lamar because Lamar's going to say, Jalen Hurts, he's going to argue is the same talented, if not, he's more talented than Jalen Hurts. And then he's going to say, look what that team is doing. And they're paying him. He wasn't drafted as high as I am, and I'm better. You owe me. You need to pay me my money. The thing is with Patrick Mahomes, he got more money, but his contract's over 10 years. He has ownership stake in the Kansas City Royals. Like, that was part of his deal. Like, he ain't going, like, I think, to me, I still think Patrick Mahomes' contract was the best value-wise for anybody. This dude set up we talk generational wealth. It's not just about money. He's going to have ownership interest in a major league sports team for his grandkids at this point. Like, that's
but for every Patrick Mahomes, there's 4 or 5 guys that got the, massive contract and couldn't live up to it, right?
Right. Yeah, 100%. And I mean, it's a lot of money for Jalen Hurts off of 1 year. He had one good year. One good year where he wasn't in trouble or really, like, not in trouble, but like hurt, or you know what I mean? And maybe this is the best I've ever seen of Jalen Hurts. Maybe this is the best of things to come. Maybe we haven't seen the best yet. I don't know, but it's a lot.
I mean, I think I would say that about anybody off of one good year is,
yeah,
it takes more than one good year to inspire confidence that you're going to be able to build a dynasty and have a Hall of Fame career. Even Joe Burrow, let's say, who would be, another young quarterback. Burrow's put together a couple good years now, so that there's
Joe Burrow's a real deal.
I mean, yeah, Joe Burrow appears to be the real deal. I wouldn't have said that though, just after his rookie season, or it went a long.
I need to
it went
see
a long
more
way
before.
that he had another good year last year.
I believe in Joe Burrow. I think, Jerry, what were you going to say though?
Yeah, I need to see more before I make a judgment on Hurts' contract. I want to see what he does.
It could be a
next
great
year.
contract for them and him. But if he resorts back to being, I don't want to say injury prone, because he did, he was running for his life. That Eagles offensive line wasn't good and everything like that. So, I mean, I think that played into it as well a little bit, as far as being hurt and early in the season. Isaacs, you're smoking something
Boomer
different.
alert! He's a Patriots fan. But
I know,
I think
but I don't care.
I don't think you can get one person that's not a Patriots fan to agree with that statement.
Yeah, one person that's not a Patriots fan to agree with that statement. I'll show him to me.
I remember when Seattle signed Russell Wilson to the big contract. People in Seattle were kind of beside themselves, saying big mistake. But you got to give Russ credit. He actually delivered. I mean, he led the league in passing a couple of years after that. Mm-hmm. Seattle remained competitive for several years past the point when he signed that big contract. Of course, in the end, it went sour. They sent him to Denver, but they got I think they're pretty happy with the way that worked out. Seattle is.
Tate says, can we all be on the same page and confirm Ohio State cannot claim Joe Burrow in any regard? No, they can't.
Yeah, no, that's a no. They cannot claim that.
No, not even a little bit. Terry, what do you got going on over at picksandparlays.net? We're going to bounce on out of here. I'll let you guys plug your stuff, and then we're going to bounce. So, Terry, go ahead. Go first. I'll give you a full screen, Terry. Show off those jerseys.
Yeah, I have a 5-pack up on the site, including my free play, which is the Seattle Kraken on the money line once again. now available for over plus 200. I say wait till game time. It continues to go up. People hammering the Avs. The Avs may bounce back, but that's a really good price for a really good road team in the Kraken. And we'll see if they can upset once again.
All right, I like it. Don't forget, you're over at picksandparlays.net. Use that promo code MLB. Save you 20% off the entire site. Jesse Schulz, tell them what you got going on over at picksandparlays.net.
I got one NBA play and one Major League Baseball play on tap for tonight. I'm doing pretty well with the NHL this year if you look at the leaderboards of Picks and Parlays. So, yeah, have a look at me, and you'll be glad you did.
There you go. Mr. Perfect, the Iceman, and getting wild with Terry and friends always. Don't forget, use that promo code MLB. Save you 20% off the entire site. Like, subscribe, ring that bell notifications. Never miss an episode of anything on Picks and Parlays. Cheers, gentlemen. I got some more work to do, and then I'm going to go enjoy what some might call 420. Good luck unless